So today's lesson, we are going to talk about more words that we can use instead of people's names. So we talked about I, we talked about uh, he, she, you, they, and we. So now we're going to talk about words that we use when we want to say someone, somebody owns something, something belongs to somebody, something goes with somebody. So they are my, which is what we use when we talk about something that's me, I, mine. Then we use the word his when we're talking about he, her when we're talking about she, your when we're talking about you, their when we are talking about they, and our when we're talking about we. So the first one is my, my. So we have this word, my. My name means I. My name is Allison. My address, my bag, my job, my kids. So these are all the ways we can use my. My, let's see, what's here? I could say my drink, my garlic, my garlic. We can say my house, right? My I. So my name, my address, my bag, my job, my kids. Okay, here's the next one. Her, her, right? We use it when we use the word she. So we can say her name, her name, her address, her address, her bag, her bag, her job, her job. So we're going er, her, her. We're kind of doing a sound. Er, her job, her kids. So let's do it. Let's read it again. Her name, her address, her bag, her job, her kids. Okay, the next one we can use is his, his. It's an S, but we kind of make a Z sound. His. So this one is his name. We use it for he, right? There's she, I, he. When we use a he, we want to say his name, his name, his address, his bag, his job, his kids. Let's read it again. His name, his address, his bag, his job, his kids. Okay, what about this one? Their. Their. We use their when we use the word they. They are my family. But then when we want to say that they own something, we say that is my family's house. That is their house. Their house. So we can say words or we can say things like their country, their flag, their food, their dress. Let's say it again. Let's say it one more time. Their country, their flag, their food, their dress. Now, the other one we can use is the word our, our, our. Our is what we use when we talk about we. We are a family. We are friends. So we use the word our. Like if I lived in my family's house, if I lived there, I would say, this is where I live. This is our house because it's we as a family, right? So you can say things like our country, our flag, our food, our dress. So our country, our flag, our food, our dress. You could also say things like my country, right? My country, my flag, my food, my dress, things like that. Okay, so the last one we're going to talk about is the word your. Your. Now, your is what we use when we're talking about you, right? We say your. So we say things like your first name, your last name, your address, your telephone, your job. So let's read it again. Your first name, your last name, your address, your telephone, your job. So people can say, what is your address? Or you can ask people, what is your first name? What is your last name? And we use your and not you because your is when it belongs to you, when it is something that you own, something that is yours. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how they are connected. So I and my are both talking about me, I, right? When we say he, his, it means we're talking about one person, and it means that they identify as a guy, or they want people to know they're a guy, a man, right? You can use she or her. She and her are used for people that want to be called as a woman, as a girl. Now you can use the word your or you when we're talking about anybody, just another person that you are talking with one on one. You, your, it can be anybody. Now you can also say they or their, they or their. Now they or their you can use for a group of people that you are not with, or you can use they or their for just a person. You could say they live they live upstairs. You could say they are my friend. They are my friend, and you're just talking about one person. You can say they left their phone, right? You can also use we or our. Our. We are a family. Our house is in Salt Lake, right? We are friends. Our favorite place is the movies. So we can use I and my together. He and his are used to mean the same thing. She, her are used to talk about the same thing. You and your, same thing, or talk about the same thing. They, their, and we and our. The second one, when we say my, his, her, your, their, our, what we're talking about is something that is owned, something that belongs to them. So when you say their, it means they, but that they own it, that they have it, right? They got. But when you say you, you're talking to one person, you could also say your. You could also say your, but it would be something that you have, you own. So I hope that makes sense. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.